Hey everyone, welcome to COM 2045 or Fundamentals of Public Speaking. I know a lot of you are a little bit nervous about using D2L or maybe just the whole online learning in general. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to use D2L. Hopefully after you watch this video tutorial, you won't be quite as nervous. For those of you that have used D2L before, feel free to watch. There have been a couple of little minor changes, nothing too major. So let's get started. When we look right up here, you're going to see Communication 2045-18. So the 18 is the section. Yours may look different if you're in a different section of Fundamentals of Public Speaking. Over here, we have our message alerts or our email. If you have some new emails, you'll see a little dot that lets you know you need to go check your emails. Over here, we have update alerts. This one's pretty important. If you see a dot, that means there's been some sort of change to one of your classes. It could be a grade that's been added. It could also be a new announcement that's been made. Speaking of announcements, you may notice that you've seen this before. This is just a copy of the email that was sent out already. However, this is where you will find any important information. For example, if I have to cancel class for some reason, you'll find that here. Any emails that I send out will get posted here as well. You'll also find a link to this video in case you need to reference back to it. Let's move up here to the content section. This is where you're going to find everything you need to know about the class. So as you kind of scroll down, you're going to see syllabus and schedule, textbook, classroom policies, lectures, PowerPoints, and so on. If we click on our syllabus, this takes us to our syllabus. I know some of you had said you were unable to get it to open up before, so never fear, it is all right here. I had several emails about our textbook. You're going to find that right here as well. As you see, you can view it here just like this. You can also download it. It is a PDF file. Feel free to read it however you want, but please do make sure you read it because there are a couple of exams in this class. So make sure you are familiar with everything in here. Our lectures and PowerPoints are going to be found here. The assignment descriptions and everything you need to know is all going to be under content. Tasks, let's move on. Don't worry about attendance. So assignments, for those of you that have used D2L in the past, assignments used to be the Dropbox. So that's what this is now. Here you're going to find all of our upcoming assignments. It tells you if they open up on a specific day, when they open up, but most importantly are our due dates. So if you see a date over here, that means that this assignment box will close. You have to make sure you've turned everything in before the due date. Quizzes. Let's take a look at our quizzes. There are only 3. So we have our syllabus quiz, a midterm exam, and a final exam. You do have 3 attempts at each one. So if you're not happy with the first grade you get, you can always go back and try it again. Our rubrics, take a look at all of these. These are how you're going to be graded on your speeches as well as your outlines. Communication. You have a class list. So this shows you everyone that's in the class. The most important thing under communication is the discussions. These, of course, are our discussion boards. Because this is a hybrid class, we do have a little bit more online work than in my normal classes. That is, of course, to make up for the fact that you're not in class 2 days a week, but only 1. So make sure you pay attention to these. You'll notice discussion 1, it's an introduction. It is due on August 30th at 11:59 p.m. It is going to lock. Most of our assignments will be due on a Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So that's something to keep in mind. It's very easy to do these. You're simply going to click on introduction. It tells you everything that you need to include. Then we'll click on Start a New Thread. Here's your subject line. Fill in all of your information here, anything you want us to know. This is where you're going to type that. Once you've done that, you will click Post. For this particular discussion board, you have to create your original post before you can reply to any of your classmates. So once you've done that, you will see that there are posts and you'll be able to reply to your classmates at that point. If you scroll down, you'll see all of the discussion boards that are going to be due for this semester. So you can kind of start thinking about them if you want. In the event that we have to switch to all online, the discussion boards will also be where you will find to post your YouTube videos for your speeches. Let's move to resources. Over here, the big important one is going to obviously be your grades. When you log in, any grades, this is where you'll find them. It shows you how much each thing is worth and what you've got. And then of course your grade will be over here. If I give you comments, this is also where you're going to find your comments. So for example, on your speeches, if I give you any comments about your speeches or your outline, you'll find them on here as well. I promise D2L is not as scary as it sounds. Anytime you have any problems, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. We can go over this again. We can go over it in class. If we need to set up an actual Zoom meeting, I'm more than happy to do that. But just remember, if you're having problems, you must let me know. If you don't tell me about problems, I have no way to fix them. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, not this coming week, but next week.